Marie Curie. Marie Curie is a famous scientist. She was born in 1867. She worked with new energy from atoms. Her work changed medicine and science. She won 2 Nobel Prizes. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. This story is a simple biography story for beginner English learners. The goal is to help you learn English and to practice listening. The voice is slow and clear. The sentences are short and easy to follow. You will hear simple past verbs and common words. This story will tell true facts about Marie Curie. It will also show how she worked hard and cared for others. You will learn new words like scientist, radioactivity, radium, and Nobel Prize. You will also hear words about family, school, work, and courage. The story will take about 40 minutes when read slowly. Listen and enjoy. You can listen many times. You can repeat sentences and learn new words. You can also read along while you listen. This story is made for beginner English learners who want to practice listening and learn new vocabulary in a clear way. Early life. Marie was born in Warsaw. Warsaw is now the capital of Poland. Her name at birth was Maria Skłodowska. Her father and mother were teachers. Her mother taught at home. Her father taught at a school. Marie grew up in a family that loved books and learning. She had sisters and brothers. She saw many books at home. She liked numbers and simple experiments. As a child, she played with small science toys and small models. Her family had little money. The country had hard times. The schools for Polish people had limits. The language and the culture were not always free. Marie and her family felt the need for more study. They wanted to learn more in good schools. Marie was smart and she worked hard. She finished early school with good notes. She studied by candle light and by small lamps. She had to save money to pay for study. At times she taught small children to earn money. She was brave and patient. She planned to go to a big school in Paris. At that time, women had few chances to study in many places. Marie knew study was the way to change her life. She wanted to study physics and math. She wanted to learn about the world and nature. She wanted to use facts and tests. She liked careful work and small steps in experiments. Move to Paris and study. When Marie was young, she moved to Paris. Paris had good schools and books. She arrived in Paris with little money and a strong will. The city was cold and new to her. She rented a small room and slept in simple places. She studied at the Sorbonne. The Sorbonne was a well-known university. She studied physics and mathematics. The work was hard and the days were long. She had to clean rooms and do small jobs to pay for food. She made many friends from different countries. Some friends helped with books. She met many teachers who liked her work. The language was not easy, but she worked to learn French. She read many books in French and in other tongues. She learned how to write reports and how to keep a lab book. Her lab book showed many careful notes and small numbers. Meeting Pierre Curie. In 1894, Marie met Pierre Curie. Pierre was a young scientist. He worked with crystals and small electric parts. He had a calm and kind way. Marie and Pierre began to talk about science. They shared ideas and small tests. They liked to work in the lab together. In 1895, Marie and Pierre were married. They became a strong team at work. They liked to talk about results, not fame. They went to small meetings and they wrote short papers. They made a good pair. Each one had a clear style. Marie was careful and deep. Pierre was steady and kind. They helped each other to do long work. The work on radioactivity. Marie and Pierre had a new idea. They wanted to know why some materials gave a strange energy. These materials gave off invisible rays. People did not know why the rays existed. Marie used careful tests to measure the rays. She counted, and she used small detectors. She worked many hours in the lab. She used poor tools and small rooms. She and Pierre worked with the mineral pitchblende. They tried to find new elements in the mineral. Their work was slow and very tiring. They dried kilos of minerals, and they made many small tests. She looked for parts that had strong rays. She cleaned and measured again and again. The work was low paid and the lab was cold. Yet they kept working with hope. In 1898, Marie found a new element. She named it polonium after her home, Poland. In the same year, they found another element, radium. Radium gave a strong glow and strong rays. It was very rare. They had to use tons of ore to get a small amount of radium. The work was hard and long, but the result was great. The new elements helped people to see a new form of energy and to measure it. The word radioactivity was new, and soon people would use it in many ways. Recognition and the Nobel Prize in 1903. Many people saw the new work. The science world gave Marie and Pierre a prize. In 1903, they shared the Nobel Prize in Physics with Henry Becquerel. The prize was for their work on radioactivity. Marie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. This event brought honor and new friends. The prize helped Marie to get more funds for work. The prize was a step for women in science. Even so, life did not change very fast. Their lab was still small, and they had more work than money. But the prize gave them more chance to buy tools and to ask others to help. Life after the prize. After the prize, Marie and Pierre continued their work. They kept teaching and they kept the lab. They had a small family life. Their first daughter, Iron, was born in 1897. A second daughter, Eve, was born later. Marie wanted to give her children a calm home. She also wanted to keep her research strong. The family time was not large, but it was full of care. The children saw their parents write and test in the lab. The children learned to love books and music. Marie and Pierre kept a simple life. They ate small meals, and they saved for the lab. Tragedy and courage. In 1906, a sad event changed Marie's life. Pierre died in an accident in a street. He was walking and a cart hit him. Many people were shocked and sad. Marie felt a deep loss. She had to be a mother and a researcher alone. Many told her to stop and to give up the lab. She did not give up. She took Pierre's place at the university. She became the first woman to be a professor at the University of Paris. She taught physics and she rebuilt the lab. Her work and courage showed many people that women could lead in science. Continuing research, and the second Nobel Prize. Marie kept her research after Pierre's death. She worked with radium and polonium. She looked at the properties of these elements. She measured the rays, and she studied their effect on other materials. The work was slow, but it drew more interest. In 1911, Marie won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. The prize honored her discovery of radium and polonium and her study of radioactivity. She was the first person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences. The award gave her more honor and more responsibility. She used the prize to build a new lab and to train more young scientists. Difficult times and strength. Marie faced many hard moments after the second prize. Some people wrote bad words about her because she was a woman and because she was not from France. She had to face unfair news and hard tests. She stayed strong and used facts to speak. She kept a calm face, and she worked with truth. Her friends and many young scientists supported her. She did not let the bad words stop her work. She focused on what was true and what was good for people. Work during World War I. When World War I began, Marie wanted to help. She knew how X-rays could help doctors. X-rays could show broken bones and bullets inside the body. Marie learned to use X-ray machines and to make pictures. She made mobile X-ray units that could go near the field of fight. She called some of these units little Curies. She trained doctors and nurses to use X-rays. She saved many lives with these simple units. The small mobile units helped many soldiers in the war. They could find broken bones and help to operate in time. Marie used her skill not only for research, but also to help people in hard times. Teaching and building a new lab. After the war, Marie returned to her lab and to teaching. She led a new institute for radium studies. She taught many students and helped them to learn careful work. Her daughter Iron worked with her and later won a Nobel Prize too. The lab was a place where many young people learned simple and good methods. Marie wrote papers and books for other scientists. She showed how to measure radioactivity and how to use careful tools. She worked to make science clean and open to others. Health and the cost of work. Marie's long years of work with radioactive material caused health harm. At that time, people did not know the full danger of radioactivity. Marie often kept radium and other materials in jars and in drawers. She wrote many notes and kept papers that were close to the elements. Over many years, the rays changed her blood and body. She grew weak and tired. In 1934, Marie Curie died from an illness linked to radiation exposure. The illness took her from the world, but her work lived on. Her life and work saved many lives and helped many people. A legacy and influence. Marie Curie left a deep mark on science. Her work led to better medical tools, like X-rays and treatments for disease. Many hospitals used ideas that came from her studies. She opened the door for women in science. Many women and men were inspired by her example. Schools and institutes were named after her. Her name lives in many places, books and labs. Young people read about her and they think, I can try too. She showed that simple questions and steady work can make big change. Her life teaches persistence, care, and honest work. Personal life and values. Marie was a caring mother. She wrote letters to her daughters, and she spent quiet time with them when she could. She liked music and simple walks. She had close friends and good students. She was modest in life but strong in work. She cared for truth and for good methods in science. She helped others to start in science, and she gave them advice. She valued hard work and simple living. She often chose ideas over fame. She wanted her work to help people. How to learn from her life. Marie Curie's life is simple to read and strong to follow. She shows that study and work can change a small life into a life that helps many. She shows that both men and women can do science. She shows that care and truth are important. For English learners, her life is full of common words and clear stories. You can learn small past verbs and many new nouns. You can listen and repeat. You can say the sentences slowly and then faster. You can read the short paragraphs and copy simple lines. Her life is a good text for beginner English listening practice. Radium Institute and later honors. Marie Curie helped to build a Radium Institute in Paris. The full name was the Institut du Radium. The institute became a place for research and teaching. Many students came to study there. The institute had a small lab and many careful tools. Marie worked to get money and to buy good equipment. She met donors, and she wrote to many people for help. Her work helped to make a modern lab that many scientists used. Marie received many honors and medals. She also received honorary degrees from universities. Many countries gave her respect. She used these honors to help science and to help young women to study. The honors did not change her quiet life. She kept a simple home, and she kept her careful habits. People still remember her in schools and in books, scientific methods, and simple experiments. Marie taught careful methods to her students. She liked simple tests and clear notes. She taught how to measure and how to check results again and again. A simple experiment she used was to measure how much a sample glowed. She used small instruments and a careful scale. She taught that many small steps make a strong result. She also taught that sharing methods helps other people to check the work. Her way of work is still useful for students who learn to do science today. For learners of English, these simple experiments are good practice ideas. You can read a short sentence and then say it aloud. You can copy a small paragraph into your notebook. You can make a list of new words. You can make simple notes in English about your day and your learning. Simple habits like this help a little each day. Family, daughters, and science. Marie gave her love to her family and to her work. Her eldest daughter, Iron, grew up to be a scientist. Iron married Frédéric Joliot. Together, Iron and Frédéric won a Nobel Prize for work in chemistry. This made the Curie family unique. A mother and her daughter were both Nobel winners. The younger daughter, Eve, did not work in science. She wrote books, and she told stories about her mother. She helped to keep the memory of Marie in books and in simple stories for children. The family memory is kind and honest. They kept letters and notes. They shared memories with friends and with the public. The family showed that love and study can go together. Marie was a mother and a teacher. She tried to give both care and work to her children. Public talks and teaching style. Marie gave public talks about science. She spoke slowly and with clear words. She explained her work in small steps. She did not use hard words when she could use simple words. She wanted people to understand why science matters. She taught students how to read numbers and how to make careful notes. Many students liked her teaching. She used clear drawings and she used simple instruments in class. Her talks were calm and full of facts. Students learned that truth comes from repeat work. Marie showed them that mistakes are part of learning. She told students to be patient. She told them to check their tools and to write down what they saw. These simple ideas helped many young scientists to start their work. Science for medicine and people. Radium and radioactivity led to many new tools in medicine. Doctors used radium to study cells and to try to treat illness. X-rays and radium helped doctors to see inside the body. These tools helped to find broken bones and to find some kinds of illness. Over time, doctors learned how to use rays with care. Many hospitals started to use the ideas from Marie's work. The use of radioactivity in medicine began slowly and then grew. Today, many medical tools come from the early work of Marie and her team. Simple habits of Marie Curie. Marie had simple daily habits. She woke early and she spent time in the lab. She liked to write notes in the morning. She liked to read and to check her books. She walked to her small office and she spoke with students. She kept her tools in a safe place. She liked simple food and quiet nights. She did not like loud parties or long travel. She liked calm work with friends and students. These simple habits can help learners too. A small daily plan is good. Read 10 minutes in English. Listen to a short paragraph. Copy 5 new words into your notebook. Do small steps every day. Little work each day makes a big change in time. Places and memorials. Many places remember Marie Curie. Schools, streets, and labs have her name. The Curie Museum keeps many of her papers and her old tools. The museum asks people to be careful because some items still hold radioactivity. Museums keep these items with care and with clear signs. The Radium Institute became a center for study and for new ideas. Across the world, people read about Marie in books. Children in many countries learn a small part of her life in school. Her story is part of history and part of science study. How to use this story for learning. You can use this story in many small ways. First, listen to the whole story slowly. Then listen again and read the text. Stop at a short paragraph and say it aloud. Write 5 new words and use them in a short sentence. Try to copy the rhythm and attention of the speaker. You can also record your voice and then listen to it. This helps to build confidence in speaking. Try one small habit each day and be kind to yourself when the work is hard. Speak with friends who also learn English. Read short parts together and help each other. Simple and kind feedback is very helpful for beginner learners. More facts and small stories. Marie Curie traveled to many cities to speak. She met other scientists and she worked with them. She also worked with governments to build labs and to get funds. She met heads of schools and people who gave money for science. She wrote clear letters, and she explained her needs in simple words. Her clear language helped people to give support for science. Once, Marie saw a small girl who was ill. A doctor used X-rays to find a small problem, and the child got help. Marie felt happy that science could help this child. Small moments like this kept her strong in hard days. Words you can learn from this story. Here are some useful words from the life of Marie Curie. Each word is followed by a simple phrase to help you remember. Scientist, a person who studies nature and tests ideas. Radioactivity, energy that comes from some materials. Radium, a rare element that gives off strong energy. Polonium, a new element named after Poland. Laboratory, a place where scientists do experiments. Measure to check size, number, or strength. Experiment, a test to learn if an idea is true. Nobel Prize, a famous prize for important work in science or peace. Institute, a place for study and research. These small words can help you read other texts about science and history. Try to make short sentences with them. You can say, "I read about a scientist today," or "She did an experiment." These simple words build your language step by step. Conclusion. Marie Curie was a great scientist and a caring person. She found new elements, and she helped medicine and science. She won 2 Nobel Prizes, and she taught many students. Her life shows hard work, courage, and care for others. This long story used simple words, so beginner English learners can follow and enjoy. By listening to this biography story, you practice your English listening. The story is good for Learn English practice and for beginner English listeners. It is a clear biography story that you can use for English listening practice. Listening slowly helps your ear and your mind. You hear simple past verbs and many useful nouns. You can repeat sentences and learn new words. Try to listen to the story more than once. The first time listen for the main idea. The second time listen for details. Read the text and listen again. Copy small sentences and speak them aloud. This simple work will help your memory and your speech. Keep a small notebook for new words and short phrases. Write the date and a short sentence about what you learned each day. Marie's life shows that small steps make big change. She had hard days and she had quiet days. She made slow plans and she worked with care. Her work helped to build tools for doctors and for many people. Her life also opened doors for women who wanted to study science. These ideas are good for learning English and for life. If you are a teacher, you can use this story in class. Play the story for students and ask them to listen and write 5 new words. Let them read a short paragraph aloud. Ask them to copy a sentence and change one word. Simple changes help learners to make progress. This story is safe for global audiences. It avoids hard and sensitive topics, and it keeps a kind and positive tone. The story focuses on learning, courage, and care. It shows real facts in a simple way. The language stays clear and friendly, so that many learners can enjoy the story. Thank you for spending time with Marie Curie. We hope her life gives you courage to try new things and to keep studying. Please subscribe to the channel for more graded reader biography stories. Subscribing helps you find more content like this and helps the channel share more stories for beginner English learners. Listen with calm and joy. You can learn English step by step. Repeat small parts and do not hurry. Learning a language takes time and kind practice. Enjoy this biography story and come back for more. Good luck with your English study and see you in the next story. Keep learning and keep smiling. Practice tips. Use these simple practice tips to make the story more useful for your English. First, read one short paragraph every day. Read slowly and clearly. Say each sentence 3 times. The first time listen. The second time read aloud. The third time try to say it from memory. Second, make a small word list. Choose 5 words from the paragraph and write them with a short meaning in your notebook. Try to use each word in a short sentence about your day. Third, make a short recording. Use your phone or a simple recorder to read one paragraph. Listen to your recording and compare it with a slow speaker. Try to make your speech clearer each time. Fourth, learn with a friend. Read the story together and take turns. Give kind help and correct small mistakes gently. Fifth, make a tiny goal for the week. A goal can be, I will read 3 paragraphs this week, or I will learn 10 new words this week. Small goals help you keep moving forward. Sixth, use this story for speaking practice. Choose a short part and tell the same story in your own words. Use simple sentences and use the new words you learned. Keep a friendly habit. 10 to 20 minutes each day is enough. Be patient and enjoy the process. Remember that small steps each day become big steps in time. Use this simple biography story for listening, reading, and speaking practice. Good luck and enjoy your English practice. Thank you for listening again and again.